here, guys. Welcome back to the Sandy Jones Show with me, Sandy Jones. It's been a little while since we've done a live because there hasn't been anything to watch live. The season's over, but today is the day, technically speaking, that the new season starts. Why is that? Because it's it's what's this called? Club World Cup time, people. Club World Cup. Everyone get excited about this new reimagined summer tournament, club tournament. And of course, Chelsea, who finished 10th when this was announced, qualified because of the 2021 Champions League win. So, just setting up the poll. No, but I will now. Cool. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Considering how turbulent the last 4 years have been since the Champions League win, that we've qualified for this, it's pretty mad. Teams about to come out. Got Giroud on the other team, Giroud, and Hugo Lloris, Tottenham alumni. Let's have a look at the teams. Let's have a look at these teams. My internet is moving like a pensioner. Maybe it's a good sign for the pensioners. You know what I'm saying? Old school, wrong side. So yeah, really slow right now. Really slow. Wouldn't it be just like Giroud? Wouldn't it be just like Giroud? Can't even upload an image. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing has changed. Robert Sanchez in goal. Reece James, toss in Colwill Cucurella. Caicedo Lavia. Palmer Neto Madueke. Jackson. Thank you very much, Nick. Much appreciated. On the bench, Jorgensen, Achiampong, Gusto, Chalaba, Badiashile. I'll stop there with a couple of these guys. Anselmino, Enzo, Andre San. Okay, hold on. Dewsbury Hall, George Nkunku, Gu. So, interesting that this was essentially an 11 that could have played last season. No newbies in the first 11. However, on the bench, Sarr from Strasbourg, Esugo from Sporting Lisbon, Andre Santos from Strasbourg, and the big new Chelsea number 9, Rory Delap, signed from Ipswich for 30 million Great British pounds on the bench today. I would have maybe started him, but I get what he's doing. He's trying to just steady the ship, get the first one in the bag, and just start off with a win. I guess it is quite risky to start brand new people who haven't really fit the system yet. They haven't really understood their roles. But I must say this first 11 doesn't get me too excited. I'm not exactly buzzing for the game to see Robert Sanchez in goal again, even though we tried to sign a different goalkeeper already in Mike Maignan from AC Milan. I think every single Chelsea fan that I know or have spoken to would get rid of Robert Sanchez and they would put Petrovic as the number one. And yet he's been told that he can't have the number one spot. So he'd rather figure out a way out, I guess, of the club, and therefore he's not in this squad, even though we were all expecting him to be in the squad. So it's a little bit like of an up and down situation. But this is the first live stream since the Conference League final. If you haven't watched it, go and watch the vlog of the day. It's a 1 hour vlog of the journey there, being in this part of Poland, the fan zone, the match, the aftermath, and it was really cool. It was a really fun day out. And since then, I had a fleeting trip into London and did a quick vlog outside Stamford Bridge as well. So if you haven't watched that either, go and check it out. So the game's going to kick off in 6 minutes, I believe. I'm still doing my best to get a reliable way to watch it. The zone is moving mad, as they say. Trying to get you to sign up to a 1 year deal where actually in the UK you can watch this on DAZN for free. So I don't know why for once we're having problems with coverage. Normally that's really easy outside of the UK, but for some reason Club World Cup free on DAZN in the UK, not free outside the UK. So where are we? Where are we? Try again. Try this one. Still moving mad here. That's so funny. All the players are coming out to like almost like a WWE style gated entrance with like lights and everything. That is hilarious. They're coming out one by one with this whole light thing in the background. Quick hi to the chat. How's it going, everybody? Good to see you. Nick, Trenton, Madcure. What's up? Not much. Back home after a nice trip back to the UK. Spent some time in Scotland. I love being in Scotland. And now just kind of getting back into the swing of things. Luckily, I didn't have to do much today except unpack and sort and clean and so on. And now joining you guys for yet another stream. Another of many, many streams. So here we go. We're coming out first. This stadium is empty. I think there's no other way to describe it. This stadium is completely empty. There's no one there. The whole end where the teams are coming out is embarrassingly empty. There's not a single, there's one fan for every 100 seats. And then on the other end, it's exactly the same. Wow, there's no one at this game. There's no one at this game. The excitement for this is zero. This is crazy. This is crazy. So I think we're in this stadium. Are we not? Are we not in this stadium? As in the LAFC stadium? If so, then how could this possibly be So dead. Why is no one there? I'm shocked. I literally can't believe it. There's no one in this stadium. There's no one there. It's like watching a Scottish second division Livingston versus Partick Thistle. There's literally 12 people in this stadium. It's This is incredible. It's the most bizarre intro ever as well. They're all coming out one player at a time with an announcement. It's just very American. Here comes Hugo Lloris. Right. Let's have it right. We should be winning this game minimum 4-0. Minimum 4-0. This should be a 4-0, a 5-0, a 6-0. Anything less than that and something gone seriously wrong. I don't recognize a single one of these players except Hugo Lloris, and he's 47 years old or so. This should be the most formality of formalities. So let's not mess around here. Why is no one in this stadium? No one is there. I swear to God, they've just zoomed out. This is an embarrassingly low number of people. This is like maybe that's 5,000 people. Maybe that's 3,000 people spread out across a 50,000 seat stadium. The cat can't believe it either. Okay, so Giroud doesn't even start. It's absolutely crazy. I'm literally flabbergasted by that. So, yeah, we're going to be one of three people watching this game, apparently. I can't quite believe that. I think maybe historically this was meant to be Chelsea playing a different team, and it's actually only very recently, in the last couple weeks, that that's changed. Um, so maybe the LAFC fans didn't know that and they're not able to turn up, or there's just no appetite for it and no one gives a Scooby about LAFC, Chelsea, or the Club World Cup in America. But for whatever reason, there's no one in the stadium. So it's basically a training exercise. There's no atmosphere. There's no nerves or anything like that. This team is a team of, for all intents and purposes, nobodies. This should just be a 5, 6, 7-0 exhibition match. There's nobody there. There's nobody there. It's crazy looking at this stadium. It's basically all Chelsea supporters in this stadium. Fair play to them who've either come over from Europe or who live in America or nearby. But they make up maybe 5,000 people, and this is a huge stadium. So it's a disappointing turnout. It's a sad day for the um, American game. You know, crazy. You got the Conference League winning champions here, top four trophy lifters, and we're off. FIFA Club World Cup, Chelsea's first game. We have started. So, just trying to keep a bit of possession here. Sanchez kicks it long. LA trying to get hold of the ball. Hello, Daniela. How's it going, my friend? Nice to see Romo Lavia starting. We all want to see a bit of the lap, though. This does feel like a glorified friendly, but at the end of it, there's 120 million prize money. So this is a serious competition with a serious prize and a serious lack of fans in the stadium. It's unbelievable. Like if you're an LAFC fan, you need to look yourself hard in the mirror. This is in your town, in your stadium, and there's nobody there. It is absolutely wild. Here come LAFC. Crossed in and headed out by Neto. Palmer picks it up, kicks it forward to Jackson. Jackson trying to get through. He's kind of made a way past, but Loris comes out and kicks the ball away. Straight up to Sanchez. Hello, Leo. How's it going? Yeah, this is a useless competition. I agree. I agree. But they've put 120 million trophy at the end of it, so it's a way for anyone who's in it to write off 120 million on your books. Like that's a godsend nowadays. That'll get you one Moises Caicedo. So we've got to do that. Take this seriously, even though, like I said, so far in the stream, there's about 17 people in this entire stadium, in their home stadium. Like, this is their home stadium. This is how much they care about football in their town, in LA. Crazy. Crazy. I just spent a week in Scotland. I had a really good time. Really good to be back in Scotland. Missed the Scottish patter a lot. Oh, Billy, dude, my cat's just definitely not clean enough to sit on the lap. Woo! That is really fun. Operation Clean the Cat. Come here, mate. Okay. Okay. And we're back. Any pet owners will appreciate the fact that your furry little friend comes to sit on your lap, and then you notice that maybe they didn't use quite enough kitty toilet paper the last time they went to relieve themselves. The problem is solved. We can get back to the excitement of the 5,000 strong Chelsea fans who have overtaken completely the stadium in Los Angeles and watch this seemingly unpopular competition kick off tonight with the Blues. The commentator trying to be kind, saying that there's a racket in the stadium, people being really loud. I can't see them. There's 29 people all bunched up behind the goal, fair enough. But that's all they could manage to take to their own stadium. So, disaster. Disaster. Oh, Caicedo almost gets the ball back. Palmer did. Jackson couldn't quite get a hold of it, and here come LA on the counter. Got the ball back. Oh, Lavia press resistance, unbelievable. So good. Such an important part of the modern game, press resistance. He just always seems able to find a little space to turn into. Sanchez trying to kick it out of play. It's rescued by Cucurella. Good pressing here, Cole Palmer. Okay, Palmer's in a pocket of space. He's lost the ball. So a decent tackle there. I'm not currently concerned when LA get on the ball. Even when they win the ball back and counter, there's not really much there in terms of threat. But it's just one of those things that you don't want them to start getting some momentum. You know, as we're 11 minutes in, we've been a little bit sloppy with the ball, especially in the final third, and we are kind of allowing LAFC to develop some counters. But just like there, absolutely ball red, no problem. Here comes Madueke on the left wing. Our turn to counter. Oh, he's lost it. That's so weak. That's really weak. Got it back though. Oh, my friend over here really needs to accept the hairline. It's time. Referee's having a nightmare. Don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's the LAFC Ultras, let's call them. The group of them standing behind the goal. But where's everyone else? Where is everyone else? Here comes Palmer again. Inside to Jackson. Back to Palmer. Breaks through here for Neto. Fires it across. Madueke miscontrols it. Falls down. LA are breaking. They've got decent numbers here. It's like a 3v5. So should be okay. They're waiting for some players to come back in. Reece James crowds him out. End of counter. Again, a little bit sloppy there. Caicedo this time's lost the ball. Here comes Madueke. Nice tackle there. He's in the box, crosses it in. It's a nice ball, just very unlucky there. Palmer and Jackson were up, but neither could get onto it. Caicedo to toss in to Reece. Reece James, lovely sweeping ball out left to Madueke. Yeah, I mean, nothing has changed in my thinking. This is a 4-5 nil minimum kind of game. These guys are. I mean, they're LAFC. Do you know what I mean? They'd struggle against a good championship side. What is he saying? Can I comment on what's happening on the match? Don't just sit there. I am, my friend. There's just not that much to comment on. It's a bit of a dead game so far. Decent attack there. Ball goes in, and it's cleared. Yeah, man. Thanks for the feedback. There are lulls in the game. Do you know what I mean? Uh, is that a free kick? It was a nice shot by Madueke. Defender kind of clattered into the back of him, but yeah, that's not going to be a foul. Hugo Lloris, he must be at least 40 now. Hello, friend. Okay, so it's a free kick for the defender. 18 minutes gone on the clock. We've restarted. Yeah, I reckon these guys would struggle against a decent championship team. The level's very low. It would be disgraceful to do anything but win this by quite a few goals. Let's be real. Here's Nicholas Jackson. Just off the centre circle, back to Cucurella. So we're just trying to play this possession game. Reece James. Back to Colwell. I mean, we're literally passing out of defence here. And LA are just quite happy to let us have the ball. One person press each time we come a little bit closer. This time it's up to Neto. Neto can't get around the defender. Oh, I mean that's really bad. It's really bad. Terrible touch from the LA player. We get the ball back. I'm still stunned at the sheer number of empty seats. It is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Here's Neto on the right. Whips it in. Back post is Madueke. It's blocked. Caicedo picks it up. Here comes Palmer. Palmer with a whip. Ooh! Just hits the top of the net and it was saved. Saved or deflected, so it's a corner. That was a really nice attempt. He's taken one touch. But so, okay, it was deflected. Through ball here to Cucurella, who's in the box. Blocked again. That's another corner. Reece James, edge of the box. Takes a shot. Saved. Deflected. Cucurella tries to get onto it. Does. He can't quite control it though. Hello, furry friend. Do you want to say hi to the people? Can we try this again? Since the cat clean of 10 minutes ago? Alright. Madueke has just done nothing so far. I don't think he's won a single one of his one-on-ones. He's just running straight down dead ends. Lavia picks it up here. Cucurella. That's a foul, man. Not given. That's crazy. That's not even a biased one. I'm pretty sure that's just a foul. And they can't do anything with it anyway. I'm noticing that I'm starting to dislike LA, but I think it's just because how can you be hosting a pretty big tournament's first game and not show up? Not have any fans except this one little group of 50 people behind the goal. It's madness. We should be beating them 5-0, 6-0, just because of that. Crime against football. Caicedo there. Let's see that controversial decision one more time. Got a referee cam. Oh, Sanchez with a chance there to throw it out, but he goes straight to the LFC player. Now he's come out of the box and got closed down, but kicked it off the attacker, and he's got the ball. So we roll it out. Here comes Cole Palmer from the right. 24.5 minutes gone. We're just playing a lot of possession here, honestly. I would be commenting, but I'm literally just, it would just be me saying pass, pass, pass. Like, the football is pretty good, it's intricate, we're just playing it out. And LAFC, like right now, they're having a few moments to counter and then doing absolutely nothing. Here's Colwell again, goes all the way back to Sanchez, and we restart the plan from the back. And that's kind of what we're doing. Just rinse and repeat. I'm not actually one of these people that's against this type of football. Like, I know there's a lot of the old guard Chelsea fans who are just bored watching this kind of football. It's possession-based football. When it works, I'm happy with it, but you just have to have some end product at the end of it. And we're about a quarter of the match through now, and there hasn't really been a good chance. Not really, so come on. Come on, the Blues. That's a good ball. Oh, saved by the defender. access every game free. Interesting. That's probably just a UK advert. I thought it got the ball there, Tosin. That was a nice ball from Caicedo up to Palmer. Loris read it well though, got rid of it. That's some nice play there. Lavia, Caicedo. Here's Cucurella. Up to Palmer. Palmer to Neto. Neto to the back post. Defender clears it. Neto picks it up again. He is quick, Neto, isn't he? He's got mad pace, this guy. Got to respect the pace. Back post. Madueke can't quite get on it. I think so far, if I was going to make any subs around halftime, I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of Tyreek George, maybe instead of Madueke. And Jackson's been very off it. Like, what have we seen from him? Has he even had the ball? I've got respect only for that little group of LA fans that are literally behind the goal. They've been singing the whole time. Good for them. But this is your home ground. Unless it's not. Unless I've completely not. Unless I've missed this and this is not in LA. Maybe I've missed it. Maybe it's not in LA. But either way, it should still be more attended than this, surely. If it's in the same country, it can't be in LA. Maybe I've got that wrong. Let's be charitable to LAFC. This cannot be their home ground. It just can't be. It would be good to see something that just says where it is. I know it said Mercedes-Benz Stadium, but who plays at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium? Atlanta. Oh, okay, it's on the side there. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, LA. I mean, it's not a big excuse, to be fair. From LA to Atlanta, okay, it's on the other side of the country, but football fans travel in their thousands. Look how many Chelsea fans are in this stadium right now. Fair enough. It's not in LA. Okay, so this is not your home ground. It's not that much of an embarrassment. But it is still pretty poor to only take a couple of hundred of your hardcore fans from LA to Atlanta for a match against Chelsea. That seems mad. Also seems mad that whoa, Pat Hiccup is moving mad. It seems mad to me that the thing that I'm most focusing on is the audience or lack thereof, because the game has been a little bit lackluster. I'm not gonna lie. We haven't really created much. We've kept a lot of the ball, and when they're counter-attacking, they do not look dangerous in the slightest. They're making Robert Sanchez look like a good goalkeeper. But so far, it's really not a good advert for the competition, the level of standard in the competition. I watched the PSG Atletico Madrid game. That was a good game. That was a very good game. And it was only like 1-0 until towards the end, and then PSG just got three rapid fire goals just to wrap it up. But that was a close one, a lot closer than 4-0, I might suggest. Here's Palmer inside to Neto, outside to Palmer. Palmer, long ball crossing all the way to the other wing to Madueke. Needs a few touches to control it, but he does get it under control. Now he's inside. Plays off to Lavia. Lavia takes a touch. He gets closed down. It's just a little bit slow. The play's a little bit slow. You can play possession and play quickly. I feel like we're kind of failing to do that right now. Now LA have a chance to pass it around a bit. Cucurella steps out of the line, wins it back. Here's Jackson. Holds it up really well, and it's a lovely ball to Neto. This is a chance. Big chance. He's done the defender. Shoot! Get in there! 1-0, Pedro Neto. It was all Jackson. That assist was all Jackson. That was beautiful, man. That was beautiful. First bit of proper quality from start to finish. It's a lovely interception by Cucurella to step out of the line and win the ball back. He gets it through to Jackson. Jackson takes the touch, brings the defender in. Oh, is this going to be offside? Is this going to be offside? Jackson does really well to hold it up, brings the defender in, turns. Beautiful through ball. Inside the defender, Pedro Neto comes from the outside, wins it, fakes the shot on his right, goes into his preferred left, and just buries it beyond Hugo Lloris. He sent that defender for a kebab, bro. What do they eat in Atlanta? Because this defender will have a large portion. It's just a beautiful goal, but they need to check that. That looked a lot tighter than I thought. Woo! It's a great goal. I guess they must have checked it because looks good. All right, 1-0. The floodgates have opened. Let's hope the expected 4-5-0 happens, people. Foul there by Reece James. Oh, he's getting booked. That seems very harsh. I thought it was like a shoulder to shoulder, like it's a shoulder to shoulder. You could say it's a foul, but there's no way that's a yellow. That is a bonkers decision. Hopefully that's not going to cost him. LA need to make a sub here, or it looks like it. Loving Enzo Maresca's suit, jack like a tracksuit. It's solid. Like a dark, almost like a dark green, like a cobalt green. Here we go. Oh my god, it was an onside, but by not by a lot, half a yard, maybe a bit more than half a yard. I thought he was going to back post it to Cucurella, but he just sends that defender for. I'm trying to think of some Atlanta cuisine because that defender is going to be out late at night eating dinner tonight because of that fake by Pedro Neto. Sanchez punches it away. I thought he might have caught that, but fair enough. A little bit of a flap, let's be real. No Enzo Fernandez today in the starting 11, and I'm not actually against that. He played so many minutes towards the end of the season. Maybe we'll make some changes here at halftime, or at least close into the second half. Oh, oh, he's won the ball back there, ref. 38-45. Romeo Lavia wins the ball back, really. Beautiful tackle, I thought. Given a foul. Bouanga has just smashed into Reece James. I think that's a little bit of a receipt from earlier, to use a pro wrestling term. Oh, Caicedo. Just so good. Here's Palmer. Strikes it with his right. It's blocked. Here comes Neto. Palmer again. Ooh, little 1-2 there from LA. And he's got it wide. Fair play. Here they come. A little bit of an attack. And he's gone for the back post. I think he was kind of trying to chip Sanchez there. That's a foul. To be fair, if you're LA, just try and chip Sanchez. It's not a bad strategy. Not a bad strategy at all. So 42 minutes in, people. 8 attempts on goal, 3 on target. One for LA. What was that then? Was that the one that Sanchez flapped at? Throw in right by the corner flag to the Blues. A lovely assist from Nicholas Jackson. A good sort of assist from Cucurella, and a lovely finish. That fake and finish from Pedro Neto was epic. So a very humble 1-0 at halftime coming up now, unless we can do something in these last few minutes. Well, that was clever. Palmer getting the ball here. Runs it in from the right wing. He's got Neto further right. Neto back to Palmer. Palmer shoots. It's blocked. Caicedo wins it back. Gives it away. Here's Cucurella now. Ooh, Tosin's giving away a foul, and it's a booking. We've got 2 minutes to look forward to, people, of added time. Yeah, Tosin's just... A rare chance for LA to put the ball in the box here from a free kick. It's probably about 45, 50 yards out. Back post. Cleared by Reece James. Corner. 1 more minute. Oh, it's given a foul, I think. Fair play to the few LAFC fans behind the goal. But yeah, we want to see a bit of Delap in this game. I would honestly say, like, maybe take Palmer off. Palmer and Madueke can both come off. Let's bring on Enzo and Delap. Here's Neto. Just trying to beat them all. Half time. Half time confirmed. Half time confirmed, people. So we will be back in 5 minutes or so for the second half. See you in a bit. Okay, people, we are back. We are back. The players are coming out for the second half, and hopefully, we'll see a little bit more of a buzz in this half. Wouldn't be surprised to see some subs, maybe an Enzo, maybe, yep, here comes Enzo. Looks like Romeo Lavia's come off. Enzo Fernandez has come on. And I see Reece James has come off. And Malo Gusto has come on. So none of the new boys again. No Delap, no Andre Santos. This just seems to me like a no-brainer to get some minutes for Andre Santos. I'm not quite sure about the decision here, but he's got his reasons. Malo Gusto, I was there, man. I was in Poland. He got found out a little bit in that final in the Conference League. It was when Reece James came on that everything fixed up. I don't think he's a lost cause. We saw a lot better from him the season before. Wow, Giroud coming out just looking like a Adonis. Tanned, jacked, groomed. He's not. He doesn't look like he's coming on. Why are they not putting him in? Is he injured or something? He's in the kit, but he's not wearing a top yet. It's crazy. Gusto had to go off and then come back on. This is so silly. So silly. I don't understand what this delay is. Giroud is still topless on the side, rubbing his face, fixing his hair. Still not starting. I really have no idea what's going on here. The ref is just walking around a little bit aimlessly. This is a farce. This is the kind of thing that's just embarrassing for a competition. Players are warm and the match is not starting. Cole Palmer is literally sitting on the ball in the center circle. Here comes a player with the top. That's the problem. So Giroud didn't have a top. Now the players run all the way around the pitch to give him a top. So Giroud's trying to come on. Literally didn't have a top. How can that happen in this day and age, in this level of a competition? We're not talking about non-league down the road. Kitman forgot the top. Like, we just delayed a match kickoff by 5 minutes because Giroud couldn't have a top. I'm standing there topless. Wow. Okay, first touch here for Enzo. Inside to Cucurella. Up to Jackson. Jackson's fouled, but we play on. Here's Neto. Palmer. Caicedo. Oh, a little bit too much. That's a ball from Enzo. Caicedo wins it. Not a lot to report in the first 2 minutes, to be honest. There was a little couple of spells of possession, then we've given the ball away, and here come LA. Just want to be professional about this and just get that second goal and not allow this to kind of become a thing that we're sort of frantic about at any stage. Long ball forward here to Pedro. Nope, sorry, Madueke. Inside to Jackson. Back to Madueke. Loses the ball. Gusto wins it back. Neto, lovely. Inside, Jackson, blocked. Out, just a goal kick. I know, Leo, literally. Someone honestly just commented saying, could you please actually say what's happening and not just sit there? Oh, wow. They just had a shot on goal and it got deflected. Um, And I was like, do you know what I mean? I appreciate the comment, but at the same time, there's nothing to say. It's been really boring. There's like nothing happening in this game. Um, we just need to win this one, like a professional 1 or 2 or 3-0. But I was expecting more of like a 4 or 5-0 scintillating football. Do you know what I mean? Here come LA again. Wow, that's so bad. That's so bad. These guys are awful, man. I want to see some of the new guys as well. Let's get a Delap on. Let's get an Andre Santos on. Let's get a Sar on. Let's get a Sugo on. Like let's see some new peeps. I thought PSG Athletic would have been a good game. It was a good game. It was a exciting game, at least in terms of the goals and the drama, especially towards the end. Kepa to Arsenal, is that confirmed? That is hilarious if it is. Arsenal's just become our washed up players. What would you call it? Graveyard. Who have we sent there that's washed up? David Luiz, Jorginho, um, Havertz, obviously, £65 million for that one. Kepa, Petr Cech, to a lesser extent, maybe William Gallas. I'm trying to think who else. That's there you go. That's six players that were way past their best and went from Chelsea to Arsenal. Fair play to Kepa though. He's managed to get himself a move from Bournemouth after that season. But yeah, that's mad. Kepa to Arsenal. Is that confirmed? That would be that would be a crazy one if that is. Kepa was all right. He was so prone to a mistake. Like he would just flap at the ball, and sometimes they'd shoot from distance, and he'd just stand there and just watch it go in past his head. Seemed like he didn't even try. And it's another. Oh no! It's gone off the side. It's a lovely clearance off the line. I think it was Tosin. Neto with a nice fake crosses it on his right. No, it was Jackson. Jackson. Oh, and it's headed into the defender. The defender's almost headed it in, basically. Here's Palmer. Inside back post. It's gone straight out. Cole Gallas, Diarra, Benayoun. Giroud, I think was almost like the other way. Giroud came to us in his latter years. Um, Willian, God, man, you're right. There's a lot more. I only named half of them. Um, Cole also kind of went the other way, but Lassana Diarra, Benayoun, Willian are really good ones, man. There's three that I missed. There's so many. There's so many players that have gone the other way and probably not won anything. Here's Enzo. Ah, it's intercepted. Yeah, that's crazy. I want to know if that's full fact. I can't close this because I'll get a whole bunch of aggro from the internet, but I will check it after the game. Kepa to Arsenal. That's mad. Thomas Frank to Spurs. as well. And I can't remember his name. Is it Russell? Russell something? The new Rangers manager from Southampton. I don't know if that's confirmed. But I was in Scotland for a week, and a couple of my Rangers supporter friends were debating whether or not that's a good appointment. Here we go. Up. Saved. I think we've seen enough of Madueke in this game. Time to get someone else on. Oh, wow. That was a good touch and shot. Sanchez did well there to save. Oh, lovely little build-up play. Caicedo Cucurella. Here's Cole Palmer. Crossed in. Blocked. Just allowing LA to kind of creep back into this game ever so slightly here. Ooh, someone's gone off the ball. Cucurella's just gone down off the ball. Is he the most hated player playing against opposition? I think it might be. Yellow card for Martinez. Are they going to check this? Let's see what happened. So Cucurella's kind of pushed into him, and then the LA guy's like pushed off into his face, and it's like probably a yellow looks about right. It's just a bit of frustration, really. Okay, LA are no mugs. Yeah, I mean they've been awful in the first half. They're really not showing much in the first half. It was it was a really low standard, but we're kind of allowing them to build up some confidence. They've had a little bit of possession, a couple of shots now on goal, needing to be saved, and it's just one of these games where you just feel that kind of energy growing on their side, and just like that, we've lost the ball again, kicking the ball straight out into touch. So we've got half an hour left just to kind of see this one home. Be ideal to get another goal. We look at the LA keeper and striker. I haven't seen much of the striker yet, to be fair, but their keeper's made a couple good saves. He's probably been their most impressive player, their goalkeeper. That's them from somewhere. Yeah, the name rang a bell, but I wasn't sure from where. There's a couple as well, like Redondo, but there's another guy called Redondo that I thought he was. Ooh, Palmer with a nice little turn. Tries to find the shot on his weaker foot, and it's blocked, but I think it's a corner. It's gone out for a corner. Their keeper is Lloris. Oh my god, sorry. Oh my god, I just had a crossed wire. Yeah. Of course, the keeper was Lloris. I was talking about it earlier. There was another player in their team that rang a bell. I couldn't remember who it was. Yeah, I mean Lloris. If you took Lloris, um, he's 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 very old now. He's very old now. God, I just had a proper brain fart. I was talking about him earlier. Um, I always thought he was a fantastic keeper at Spurs, as much as it was annoying to watch him do so well for Spurs. Here comes Malo Gusto from the corner, flicks it into the back post, headed towards goal, keeper saves. Yeah, Giroud. Giroud's only just come on in the second half and he hasn't had a touch. They couldn't, the game was delayed by 5 minutes because they couldn't find his top. That shows the level of professionalism we're dealing with in this competition. I can't, that'd be quite epic to see Giroud and Lloris in the SPL. I feel like Giroud would bang them in the SPL. Here comes Palmer into the box, blocked, and it's a throw. 27 and a half minutes left of this game. It's not been one to remember, it's been one to forget, and here's the moment we've all been waiting for. Noni Madueke coming off. Tyreek George coming on. Nicholas Jackson coming off. And it's the new boy. Is he like Harry Kane? Is he like Diego Costa? Who knows? Who knows? But he's coming on right now. Potentially England's number 9 for the future. Rory Delap making his debut. 63 and a half minutes in to this dead game. And shout out to Tyreek George as well. They have Holm on the bench. He played for Celtic. Ah, there you go. There you go. Liam Delap was a nightmare to play against for Ipswich. He scored twice and when they beat us 2-0 away. And just a proper S-house of a striker. A hit house, if you will. Just add the S. And that's what we need. I feel like we need someone who's that physical and that dominant up front. And we've got a little bit of a low-key a curse on the number 9, right? No one's really taken the number 9 and properly succeeded for years. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Yeah, we've got a long list of very good strikers who came into the number 9 and didn't succeed. Really, like properly. Crespo was a bit of a letdown. I really liked Crespo. Massive letdowns. Gonzalo Higuain, Alvaro Morata. Although Alvaro Morata scored a few pretty important goals. Torres is considered a flop, but I disagree with that. I think he's only considered a flop because of the 50 million price tag, but at the time that was pretty mental to pay that much money. However, he scored some very important goals, including the one that killed the game against Barcelona in the semi, and then he won the corner that Drogba equalised from in the final against Munich. And scored, I think, what was the other one? There was a very important goal in the lead up to a cup win as well. So, to be honest, just because it riled up the Liverpool machine that was running at the time and those important goals, I don't consider Torres to be a flop. So maybe Torres is the last one who took the top that actually did, succeed. However, he didn't bang in heaps and heaps of goals, which is what he was signed for, which is what a number nine typically is signed for. So let's see what Liam Delap can do, at least in this 25 minutes and maybe this season. We'll see. Um, think about this, Palmer and Delap. They were in the City Youth. Yeah, in a way, we've kind of got the City Youth team right now. We've got Palmer, we've got Lavia, we've got now Delap, Maresca, obviously. There's another one, Willie Caballero. Uh, there's another player that played for City as a kid. It looks like we might sign Bino Gittins. He's also a City alumni. So was Sancho. He's obviously gone now. Anelka Drogba were good strikers, but they didn't have the number nine. The number nine is the cursed number, apparently. Although Torres for me wasn't a flop. Um, but we've had a couple of shockers at number nine. Like when we signed Higuain, I was thinking, oh my God, we're gonna get 100 goals from this guy in 2 seasons or 3 seasons, and he was such a flop. And I'm trying to think of other ones. That's a long list already of flop number nines. So let's hope for a bit more from this man, Mr. Liam Delap. I think we also had a couple of kind of joke number nines. Khalid Boularus, a defender, and Steve Sidwell, midfielder, both got the number nine shirt. Both as a kind of passive aggressive way for, I think it was Mourinho in both instances, to say, you need to spend more money for me to have a proper striker. So since you're not going to do that, I'm going to give these two guys who are never going to score a goal the number nine. Um, there's a funny interview of Steve Sidwell talking about how when he called his family and was like, "Yeah, I'm going to play for Chelsea. What number are you getting?" The number nine. Here comes the lap. He's inside. He's around the defender. That is beautiful play. That is. Liam Delap's just rounded the defender like he wasn't there, cut it back, and Enzo's hit it a bit too hard. Lovely movement from Delap. Great pass from Palmer. Palmer, of course, has played with Delap for many years for England and for City, so they should just click. Corner. I'm not even a Chelsea fan, but wait for this. For what? I'm hoping for the future of the club being good. Liam Delap scoring a goal. Oh, it's beautiful. Palmer. Oh, he's absolutely skied it. I feel like Enzo looks like a 90s raver, Enzo Maresca, when he's wearing these tracksuits and leaning nonchalantly against the dugout. Hasselbank, Falcao, there's another one. Hasselbank is a legend. I think he's considered a legend. He banged them in. I think he's probably the last one, apart from Torres, who some consider to be a flop, that I actually quite liked. Falcao, flop. Aubameyang, flop. Higuain, flop. Crespo, unfortunately, flop. Morata, flop. So many just dead games. Alvaro Morata. Like historical number nines, really good ones. Torre Andre Flo, Hasselbank, Viali, Osgood. Can't remember if Kerry Dixon was a nine. Abraham, interesting one. I guess he probably was a little bit underwhelming, but that's a borderline one because then we sold him, got a decent amount of money, and he's gone on to push on. But yeah, I guess he does fall into the cursed Like he didn't exactly build a dynasty while he was here. Another kind of number nine relative flop. But I respect Delap just stepping up and taking it, just taking the nine. Like, no one had it, so cool, I'll take it. I'm glad, wow, that's a decent shot from LA. I'm glad that we finally got a number nine to compete with Jackson. I don't know if this next 6 months, 12 months is going to tell, but who is in higher in the pecking order in terms of their current ability. I think probably Maresca thinks Jackson, based on the fact that he's only just uh, brought on Delap, but maybe Delap should be the number one and Jackson should be the number two. I'm thinking if we're serious about being 100% serious, that's a lovely turn by Delap, by the way, into Tyreek George. Maybe we should buy a third striker. Maybe we should still go for a Gyökeres or an Osimhen, especially if we win this and we get the 100 mil. Cucurella, lovely tackle. Here's Palmer. Neto, Palmer. Ref stopping the game. Yeah, Khalid Boularus and Steve Sidwell, the strangest number nines to ever be. I think they both were just passive aggressive ways of Mourinho asking for more money for a striker. So he was like, okay, you don't want to buy another striker, then I'll make our centre back a number nine. Wow, this dead game has continued to be a little bit dead. 74 minutes gone. It's just quite easy to go a few minutes without saying anything watching this game. Um, it's probably not going to be the 4-5-0 we were hoping for, but let's get through it and win this game. 16 minutes to go. Cucurella's getting booked. Definite yellow. Here's the lap. Touch. Oh, he's crowded out there by the defender. Giving away foul. Does remind me, I would describe him as a cross between Diego Costa and Harry Kane. He's got this desire to be on the ball, like Kane, like he'll drop deep and pick it up and start running. But he's also got this physicality and this kind of S-housery that reminds me of Costa, like riling people up, not scared to lead with the elbow, big, strong. just like a knobhead of a player, the kind of player that you don't want to be playing against, like we struggled against him every every time we played him last season. Oh, chance here for LA. They're crossing from the right. Oh gosh, Enzo did well to make it difficult, and we've managed to clear it, but they've still got the ball. They're onside. They're in the box. Back post. Chance. Back post. Oh my god. Offside flag was up. That was not good, guys. That was seriously not good. Seriously, seriously not good. How is this only 1-0 at the moment? How are we allowing this to happen? Oh, here comes Gusto. Here's Delap. Crossed in. Come on, get in! Enzo Fernandez puts it away. It's a beautiful cross from Delap. He's opened up his assists for the game, for his new move. 2-0, game over. Just after LA had the very close lifeline to getting back into this game. Cole Palmer finds Delap, making a lovely run out wide. He crosses it in with his right. Enzo has the time to take a touch. No one anywhere near him, and he just buries it. That's a lovely combination there from Delap and Palmer, and a beautiful cross from Delap into Enzo. Are we going to be seeing more of this season? I hope so. Great touch, great finish on his weaker foot. "10 minutes to go. I think we could hand out another debut. We could totally do that. Let's get someone else on." Tyreek George. Do 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 do. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh-oh. Oh, is that a foul? No. Thought that could have been a penalty there for LA. A striker that can cross. Yeah. About time. Did the lap just put that cross in? Yeah, he did. Yeah, a striker that can cross. Exactly. Costa wasn't bad on a cross either. He would sometimes drift out wide and then whip it in. But yeah, a striker that can cross. That's dangerous. 30 million he cost. Crazy. That's not that much in this market. English player, young, City Academy, 30 mil. Is this going to be a pen? You can see it given, but it would be a soft one. He's kind of just lost his footing. So 8 minutes to go. Let's get another goal here. I got him for free on Football Manager. Yeah, like it's crazy. I don't know why his valuation is so low. Running out of the contract. Um, Ipswich went down as well, which I think was one of the clauses. Um, yeah, crazy. I mean, 30 million to Ipswich is a life changing amount of money. But I'm just surprised that we've got that such a good deal there. You've got to give credit to the directors to some level on some of these deals, especially um, that kind of shrewd style. Let's just need at least one, maybe two wingers. We need to integrate these young guys who've come back from loan and the ones we've already bought. And we need another centre half option. And we need a new goalkeeper. It's like four or five players. Okay, and Kunku's coming on. And so is Esugo making his debut from Sporting Lisbon. We've got Kuenda coming next year, so he's going to play one more year for Sporting. But this guy was signed at the same time, and he's coming now. Esugo is coming onto the pitch, a Chelsea player. So we got Palmer and Caicedo coming off, Nkunku and Esugo coming on. Nkunku, I wouldn't mind if we sold, if he's held some value despite his bad season. I would cash in, get rid of him, and try and earn some income to buy someone else. But maybe let's see what would you call it? Nkunku in the 10 behind Delap. Maybe that's a way to unlock Nkunku. Oh, it's such a nice ball. Yeah, Asugo, 20 years old, young lad. Nice ball. He's looked very assured with his first few touches, for whatever that's worth. Here come LA with a counter. They've got enough from Ed Sheeran, yeah, right. We'll do a swap. Sancho for Nkunku. That was a nice hold up in the middle for the lap. Yeah, he's looking assured. Sancho for Nkunku. I think I would take that. I would take that. I don't quite think Sancho did enough, to be honest. I'm not surprised that they moved him on, especially if he's not willing to lower his wage demands. Like no one's going to pay him what he's getting paid at Man U. So is his plan just to run out his contract and earn all that cash and then go somewhere else after for less wages? Here comes Tyree George. Here comes Tyree George. Pedro Neto flicked in, defended well. Imagine the commentator Delap on the on the overlap. Delap on the overlap. If we ever win a trophy with him scoring the goal, then he's gonna do the lap of honor. This is the level of quality jokes you can expect on the Sandy Jones Show, ladies and gentlemen. Some people say I should be a comedian. I don't know why. Top quality jokes, that is. Top quality jokes. Here comes a couple of subs running on incredibly quickly for LAFC. Corner kick. Chance to whip it in. Straight at the keeper. Three minutes to go, people. It's been a fun one. I know. That's another terrible joke. Ah, it's been a fun one, although the game has been dead. I've enjoyed being back in the stream. Um, it's been a fun couple of hours. Instead of stand-up comedy, you are sitting down tonight. Exactly. Had enough of stand-up. Oh. I'm not sure if you saw it yet, Leo, but check out the Rocklow Conference League final vlog. I was there at the game and did a vlog for the day, and then also I did a very short vlog because I was in London for a couple of days and I just went down to the stadium and did a quick walk around and look at the megastore and stuff. If you're bored, there's some new content there. 2 minutes to go here. It's only funny because I've made an appearance. You're a comedian. It's only funny because I've made an appearance. Yeah, it's obviously a completely different kettle of fish when one of the regulars comes in and joins the chat. So thank you very much for coming. As always, Leo, legend, bringing the vibe to the show. One thing's for sure, you got in early on the Sandy Jones Show. Let's see where this goes. Going to Ibrox on the 26th of July to see Rangers Middlesbrough. Oh, cool. That'll be a good atmosphere with the fans. Middlesbrough take a good away support, so that should be cool. I was with a couple of friends. They're both season ticket holders at Ibrox for a week, just gone. So I got the lowdown and their thoughts about the teddy bears and the new signing and the manager and all that. $89.5. I think I'll do Club Brugge at home because he will be back. Who will be back? Who plays for Club Brugge? Philip Clement. Ah, that's right. That's right. He went there, didn't he? Yeah, you can just go and take a bunch of rotten tomatoes and throw them at him. Here come LA. Just outside the box. 3 minutes to go. I was hoping for 5 or 6-0 today, people, but it hasn't quite panned out like that. However, 2-0 is okay. We haven't had any shockers, no massive errors really, a couple of good saves. It's just been a bit of a dud game, but we've won it 2-0, so you can't complain. Would like to see a bit more of the newbies and the guys coming back from loan in the next game. If all goes to plan, we will be streaming every single game from the Blues through the Club World Cup, and I've even got the knockout stages potential games all in the calendar as well. So we'll see how that all shapes up. 2 minutes to go here of extra time. Oh, Tyreek George, lovely play. But yeah, 1.5 minutes to go. Big shout out to Leo, man. Thank you very much for coming in and providing the chat today. Really, really appreciate it. Um, yeah, remember you have that donkey in goals. I know, mate. I know. I would rather have a donkey in goal, to be honest. At least then you could say why we're conceding goals and giving away the ball, because we have a literal donkey in goal. With Sanchez, you have the metaphorical donkey in goal, but the goalkeeping coach and the manager seem to love him for some reason. So he hasn't done anything bad in this game, I guess. And he had a decent end to the season. So really, really hope we buy a keeper. I was gutted when that Magnan deal broke down. Dortmund bought the other Bellingham as well. It's an interesting one. And Thomas Frank at Spurs. It's another interesting one. LA are in the box. Oof. I thought that could have been a pen. God, lovely running from Delap there. 5-on-3 here. Neto. Is that saved? That's it. Full time. So thanks very much for tuning in, people. Especially Leo. You're a legend. See you guys later. 2-0. Professional victory. We'll catch you the next one. All the best. Peace.